Hey guys, what's up? What's up? It's me. It's Excellent to Laugh. This is the wrestling review for Money in the Bank. Let's try to find a name. Name straight off the bat. Straight off the bat. Straight off the bat. How about we call it Cash In? Yeah, Cash In is gonna be good. So I did watch Money in the Bank about a few moments ago. It's still a bit fresh in my mind. So yeah, we're gonna start with the review. So this is about what happened today. So we started out. I'm gonna talk about the kickoff. The kickoff wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good. You know, normally the kickoff shows I don't really enjoy them, cause it's not as good as how it could be. They kind of try to push it too much, and it ends up dragging out, and it's a bit too artificial. But no, actually, I have to be honest, that one wasn't bad at all. So yeah, that would be a plus. And so this time, instead of the last PPV where you had only one pre-show, we had two pre-shows, and two pre-show matches, excuse me. And the first one was the Dudley Boyz versus the Lucha Dragon. On that one, I just have one thing to say: why? What's the point? There's no rivalry going on with these two. Personally, I think the Lucha Dragon shouldn't even exist anymore. It's not even the real Sin Cara, and it's obvious by the botches he does all the time. It wasn't a great match. I don't know if they tried to make it a teaser or something, but it certainly wasn't anything good for me. And to continue, then we have R-Truth and Goldust versus Fandango and Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze and Fandango come out with a sunburn. It's funny. The heels get a sunburn. It was nice. A nice well, how do you say, a nice teaser for what's up to come. And then later on you see what's the name, they continue with the pre-show, and it was pretty good up till then. Then the first match was wait, give me a second, I'm trying to think now. First match was I totally forgot now. What? No. Oh no, I forgot what I was saying right now. Give me 5 seconds. Okay, I'm kind of leaving you hanging right there. So yeah, Tyler Breeze and Fandango come in. Golden Truth makes a joke, cause as they're what's it called, inside tanning thing, and they end up sunburn, and you could see in I think they what's it called, I think they sold it well in the game. You could kind of think about them with sunburns as they were fighting, and you could kind of see it by the way they walked, by the way they fought. And the Golden Truth wins, which is, I mean, not bad, but I think that team was like a bit too late. They could have done it like maybe, I don't know, 5 years ago. Golden Truth is gonna retire eventually, I think. And R-Truth, I mean, he's just gone. He's been here for what, a decade now? He only won one US title. They just make him a joke. Yeah. So Lucha Dragons versus Dudley Boyz. Oh, I mean, they won, but I don't see the point. So to start the pay-per-view, the 6-man tag team match against the New Day, the Enzo and Cass, Luke Gallows and Anderson, the Club, and the Vaudevillains. To this, I have to say something. First of all, I don't think the Vaudevillains are at that level yet of competition. They don't have that level for me. They don't have the level. I mean, yeah, they were good at NXT, but they were never on top it wasn't like Anson and Big Cass were just waiting to explode. You know, Anson and Big Cass could have won the titles, but I think they did well to keep it with the New Day, because you know clearly the New Day is a pretty good team. They're like they're big faces, like you know. Even though WWE wants to push the Reigns as the face of the company, the real face are most definitely the New Day. At the point they were a heel in their wrestling style, but because of the what's it called Unicorn Stampede. But I mean, their promos are great. People catch on to it. They're currently the only superstars who night in and night out have been receiving chants. You know, New Day Rock every time, every game, every match. You can always hear the chants. Xavier Woods doing a great job supporting them. And guys, remember, he's a manager, but you know he's also a wrestler. He's a pretty great wrestler. I don't think they gets exposed that a lot. They should probably let him wrestle more, cause you know when he wrestles, he does these extraordinary segments. As you could see with Gallows and Anderson and AJ Styles when they beat him up, he fought like a lion, and that was great. And oh yeah, I'm already telling you, I'm an extreme wrestling fan, so you're gonna hear me blabber as a fan a lot. I do have my opinions, but you know, I try to catch on and you know go with the flow. So New Day wins. Gallows and Anderson, pretty good job. The end though, I kind of liked it because you know, I think Luke Gallows gave the impression that he already knew what was coming. You know, with Biggie that was setting Anderson for the big ending. And, you know, what's it called? Kofi Kingston that was just setting up behind, and Luke Gallows was coming up, and Biggie was like, stop it. Like, if you come, I am going to do it. And, you know, he did it anyways. And then, I don't know why, what's it called? Big Cass comes in behind and hits Luke Gallows. I don't know why he did it, you know, because knowing that they were obviously gonna pin him, it kind of messed up a bit. But the end was still great. And you know, I have to say, I don't know if they're gonna make a rivalry between the New Day and Anto and Cass, but if they do, it's gonna be quite hard because you know they've been going pretty well when it comes to tag team. They've been doing pretty well when they were put together. They get along well-ish, you know, as well as it can be for two rival tag teams. Their promos together are great. And then, I think, yeah, that was it for the tag team match. So then, up next, we get Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler. Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler. We got that match for the last 3 pay-per-views. We get that match almost every night on Raw. It's just, I don't get it. If you want to put Dolph Ziggler, push Ziggler. God damn it, give him the Intercontinental title. Or, I don't know, the US title even if you're at it. Just give him something, I don't know. Because he's great, and you're just wasting his talent right there, putting it against Baron Corbin. We got your point. Baron Corbin's a heel. He wins clean. He's good. He's tough. He's strong. Yes, good. He can powerbomb people through tables. He won the Andre the Giant thing. But night in and night out, you can't put the same people against each other. It just gets boring. And even the crowd was shouting boring. I know Kevin Dunn is doing his whole job to put the cheers and all that. But there are some things he cannot ignore. The crowd was just shouting boring during the whole match. Baron Corbin ended up winning as he always does. So yeah, I kind of didn't like that. WWE should change that. Okay, up next we got Natalya v Becky Lynch. No, we got Natalya v Charlotte and Dana Brooke with Becky Lynch. And you know Natalya, she's always the positive one. You know, the one from the Hart dynasty. The only Hart family competitor left in WWE now that, you know, Tyson Kidd is injured. And, you know, she's a total face. Like, she's always positive. You know, she's always like, I've got the heart of a champion. Yay! Everybody take drugs on crack and go, and everybody be so happy. But no, that's not how it happened at all. No. So, Charlotte and Dana Brooke fight Natalya and Becky. Lynch. So Charlotte and Dana Brooke win clean-ish. I mean, they didn't win clean. They didn't get disqualified or they didn't do a low blow. Just that, Dana Brooke removed, I think it was Becky Lynch from pin, yeah. But anyways, they won clean. It's a clean win for the heels, and Natalya and Becky Lynch are losing once again after all their blabber talk and their horrible promos about how Dana Brooke is on the wrong side of the story and how she's gonna get betrayed, just like Charlotte betrayed Ric Flair. And that was kind of wrong now. But I have to admit that Dana Brooke she was supposed to be the second heel of the company now that Emma's injured. But they cut the storyline with Emma, and now Dana Brooke is kind of just like this girl that gets whooped around by Charlotte. And so now Natalya, who is pretty damn pissed, comes in and turns against Becky Lynch. And yeah, that's another heel in the Divas division. But the thing is that we don't have a lot of faces now. I mean, Paige, yeah. Sasha Banks is gonna come back. Is she gonna come back as face or heel? I don't know. I mean, when they fought Charlotte, Sasha wasn't really a face. She is, after all, you have to remember, she is a heel. She doesn't want to go with Becky Lynch or anything. But now we only got Paige and Becky Lynch as faces, and everybody else is a heel in the Divas division. So unless they put new faces like Asuka, which is tweener, or Bayley, yeah, Bayley would be it would be a good time to bring her up. I mean, the Divas division doesn't really have a good equality, and I mean, this is getting back to the Divas time, the thing that everybody hates. But we're kind of going back to that quality because now it's not really fun. It's not really enjoyable to see the women's division. It's just Charlotte putting down other people. Dana Brooke's her slave, Natalya and Becky starting. And, I thought that when Paige won, they were going to do a segment with Paige recapturing the titles. But now she's wrestling like once a month or once every 2 months, and it's not fun. I want to see Paige go up and beat some ass, because, she's badass. And next up, Sheamus and Apollo Crews. So yeah, I understand the thing about the new era, and Sheamus, and not wanting to see the new era. He just came out of League of Nations. It's not going well for him. But, Apollo Crews was missing some wind, so I can understand the rivalry, but it wasn't that heated. Yeah, and so Sheamus fought against Apollo Crews. I think the week before or 2 weeks before, Sheamus was bragging about his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and Apollo Crews knocked him clean. And they made a joke about Starstruck and stuff. So yeah, and that all started when the Sheamus attacked Apollo Crews, and I think that was nice to see Apollo Crews not being just that smiley guy doing flips around the all the way with that super athleticism and those biceps everybody wants, and it was nice to see that face of him that wasn't quite smiling, but that was like kind of like snarky, with a smirk up his face, kicking you. And then, Apollo Crews get to roll up victory when he was getting dominated by Sheamus. But, it was good momentum for him. And then a big match with the big names. John Cena, AJ Styles, one against another in one of the biggest match of the night. And, you remember that contract with AJ Styles versus John Cena and AJ Styles versus John Cena, but with a club. That was completely cut off. AJ Styles did not follow that. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows came in after, and I don't think anybody wanted to see that match come up like that. I think that was really a bummer. Like, the crowd went wild for that match. And when I mean wild, I mean wild compared to like the rest of the night, which was pretty silenced. It was really big. John Cena, as always, putting a hell of a show. And AJ Styles, and they were all emphasizing on that thing because AJ Styles is the best in the world, in air marks, the best from outside WWE, and he is. I mean, he did get elected best wrestler in the world in 2015, and then John Cena, who has been the face of WWE. Who doesn't know John Cena? Everybody knows John Cena. So I think that was a great match. But, I think I would have rather have seen, John Cena win, or even AJ Styles win, but like a clean win, or, win by a chair or something. I wouldn't have wanted to see the club, and I don't think I don't think in the storyline AJ Styles is going to be the one organizing. I think that he's going to turn against the club once again, just like they did in Payback, because they weren't supposed to show up, and I don't think AJ Styles wanted them to show up. But it happens every time. When AJ Styles is going to do something alone, no, the club steps in. And that is something that will most definitely turn against the club once. And also, talking about the club, I don't know why they're doing the club thing. All three wrestlers are part of the Bullet Club. They left the Bullet Club like a hell of a long time ago. So, I mean, yeah, reunited, but I don't see the point. Like, while you're at it, put Finn Balor in it. It's, fans are gonna like it, but it doesn't really make sense if you know about the Bullet Club. Next up, we got the Money in the Bank match. Money, 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 money. Yeah, I kind of like the new song. The Here Comes the Money remix. Nice work, James Johnson. Okay, so Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dean Ambrose, Cesaro, Alberto Del Rio, and Chris Jericho up in the Money in the Bank. And each one has their good reasons. Cesaro wants to cash in because, he's the Iron Man of WWE. Chris Jericho created the Money in the Bank, has yet to win it after, I think, 4 matches or 6, I don't know. Kevin Owens, who wants to prove he's the prize fighter. Sami Zayn, who I don't know what he's doing there. Dean Ambrose, who wants to cash in the same night. Alberto Del Rio, who, they just needed another round. And yeah, they come in. So up in the thing, they've got this whole ladder set up with 2 ladders on the third, cord, and that kept the ladder from shaking and being brought down. That was pretty good. And then at a moment there were 4 of the 6 wrestlers on a single ladder, and then Cesaro sets up another ladder to catch the Money in the Bank contract. And then there goes Alberto Del Rio coming down, and comes a fall from both Alberto Del Rio and Cesaro. Cesaro lands straight on the cord, up in his wieners. That was that would have been pretty damn painful. They didn't talk about it though, because Alberto Del Rio made a nasty fall straight up on the rope, and then like tumbled down in a pretty nasty way. He could be injured, that's for sure. But then here comes Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. You know how they're at it. They want to push that rivalry. I mean, it's great. They're born to be rivals, but it can't be always like one sabotages the other. That can't work. So they sabotage each other. So then you only have Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho pushes him down, but then he ends up down too, and Dean Ambrose ends up winning the Money in the Bank in what was a pretty good Money in the Bank match. Yeah, I'd have to say that was really good. And then the U.S. title. It's the U.S. title. Nobody cares about it. Nah, I'm not gonna say that because it was quite a good match. Rusev, you can say anything you want about it. You can say he's fat. You can say whatever you want about it, but he does know how to put up a show. So Rusev comes up and defends his United States Champion title against Titus O'Neil. He comes in around the ring with around the rings with the kids of Titus O'Neil. One of Titus O'Neil's kids slaps him around the chest. Rusev ends up winning the match with the accolade, which is, by the way, could very well be the toughest submission move in the WWE right now, because you know every time he did his new accolade, everybody taps out. You know, it makes me think a bit of the Master Lock and the Chris Masters Challenge, which was undefeated for almost a year now. But that might turn up against him, because if something happens, like if Russia declares war on America or something, he's dead. Rusev is dead. And also, you gotta explain to me, Rusev, the Bulgarian brute. So we got Bulgaria. Then we got Rusev, his name, Russia. Then you got his old wrestling kit, which was the colors of Russia. And now he's named Rusev, but he's Bulgarian. WWE explained it to us. And so then Rusev comes up with the accolade, and he's there like, you see, your dad's a loser. And he says, Happy Father's Day. So Vince McMahon, a jerk he is, made Titus O'Neil lose on Father's Day in front of his kids in Las Vegas. Yeah. I mean, I know Titus O'Neil isn't really the guy you would want as United States champion. And I have to say, the crowd was like dead silent. Oh yeah, by the way, talking about that, for Baron Corbin against Dolph Ziggler, apart from the boring chants, the crowd was dead silent. Okay, coming up to the main event. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Yeah. Okay, so the main event is between the World Heavyweight Championship Roman Reigns, God kill that guy, and Seth Rollins, God bless that guy. You know, we've been sick, we've been tired, and I think I can talk, I think I can put most of wrestling fans when I say this. Roman Reigns is not the guy to be the champion. He's only got a limited set of moves. He's poor with a mic. Doesn't have quite the personality. Roman Reigns got like that general guy, that random guy who just came in, climbed to the top without doing any efforts, and straight up became World Heavyweight Championship because Seth Rollins got injured. So finally, I thought that, you know, WWE was gonna keep the title in Roman Reigns' hands and say, he's the man, look at him, support him, as you know they always do. But no, Seth Rollins ends up winning, and that's great. And at that time, the crowd went wild, in contrast to when Roman Reigns came in. Boos everywhere. When Seth Rollins came in, it was a bit of cheers, but not that much. I don't know if Kevin Dunn came in. The crowd was dead silent for the whole match. They were chanting when Seth Rollins won. You know, claps, you know, acclamations. But the crowd went dead wild when Dean Ambrose came in, cashed in the Money in the Bank, just like he said he would do a week before on the Ambrose Asylum, which by the way was cancelled, but then re-put, but not really officially re-put, just no, you know, it's cancelled apparently. But, you know, Dean Ambrose came in, stepped in, Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins tries to fight, but no, Dean Ambrose doesn't spend any time. Straight up with the, Dirty Deeds. Comes in, wins the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and by that time the crowd is nuts. The crowd is bananas. Everybody's chanting, Dean Ambrose, and as he's celebrating with the thing. And I think that's going to be a great rivalry. The ancient members of the Shield up against each other. I don't know if Roman Reigns is going to be there. As you know, he considers Dean Ambrose his brother. But, you know, that could all change. I definitely see Rollins versus Dean Ambrose at the next pay-per-view. Yeah. That would be pretty good. And yeah, I mean, that was a pretty good show up till now. I have to say the end was really great. The Money in the Bank match too was good. Though the match between Rollins and Reigns is pretty long, and they made Reigns look strong, you know. But the part that was incredible, that mid-air pedigree though, that was great. This is the reason that Seth Rollins is the man, cause you know he is the man, Seth Rollins. You like it or not, this is what's happening. Deal with it. And so yeah, Now I would definitely see a match at Battleground of the upcoming pay-per-view, or they could wait for SummerSlam. And yeah, and I think that would be great. And yeah, this was the end of the WWE Money in the Bank review. Thanks for watching. And now I'm going to put another thing, which will be the what next episode, my first of the series, which is about wrestling and you know what WWE could do next. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening or watching. Oh yeah, and by the way, you should probably what's it called? Listen to this on your phone and do something while waiting, cause I won't be putting a video. I'll just be putting random images.